So today is August 23rd, 2025. I always reflect on the Detroit Free Press article written about my life story before I went to college. Uh, by any means. Randell Clifford means, but by any means. And also referring to Malcolm X. I thought it was a great homage. That article talked about my life story before I went to college. So this is before our state championship, our second back-to-back state championship in football we won at Detroit Catholic Central High School. At that time period was in Redford before going to Novi. And I always think about my process, where nothing ever happened by accident or by luck in my life. You know, it's been blessings that I survived some bad circumstances sometimes, but other than that, you know, it was a lot of hard work, perseverance, and consistency. It's that simple. You know, back then, before I got my first vehicle in high school, my Ford Ranger, and I didn't get my license till my sophomore year. So my mom had to drop me off like an hour and a half before school started every day. And I'm in there sleeping in the cafeteria with no one there, or doing homework in the cafeteria. And come home, you know, cook my meals and, you know, do my homework, do my workout, go to bed. Straight military freshman year. And I found it interesting because it built me up stronger and progressed. Where all through college, all at Ball State, I played strong safety. I played cornerback and linebacker, nickelback. At Howard University, I played strong safety. Where the average size for those positions at that time period, you were probably 6'1", 6'2" in college, D1, and probably weighed 225 and up. I was only 5'8", and I weighed, 180 all through high school and college. But my workouts in high school propelled me through college as well as my study habits. So I always found it interesting because I worked out consistently all year long, 3 days a week in the weight room, 2 days a week at home. 3 days a week at home, where weight room, I'm doing my hardcore stuff nonstop. And then at home, I'm doing my push-ups, my sit-ups, my jumps, my leg lunges, and every time, and calf raises. And I never had a broken bone or a concussion through my high school career or my college career. And I started all 4 years of college. Never missed a game at Ball State University as a starter or at Howard University as a starter. And those are facts. It's still documented through Google, ESPN. It's still there. All those documents are still there. And we want to call it cards or paper trail, whatever you want to call it. But also academically, you know, I had 3.5 GPAs in college. I also had 1.8 GPAs in college when I didn't go to class because I was focused on football, but got my grades back up in the summertime when I got 3.5s. And I just stayed consistent with everything I did. And when I say that, I worked jobs. My parents had money. They helped me out. I had brand new trucks. I had a brand new Ford Ranger in high school. That was a lease. But then I had a brand new Ford Escape at Ball State University. When I came back and transferred to Howard, my mom kept that car for a second vehicle, and I got a brand new Ford F-150 through my dad's money, and also my stepfather's plan with Ford, because he worked for Ford 30 plus years. My father worked 15 plus years at Chrysler Corporation. And, you know, I still work jobs. Freshman year of high school, worked at Coach Karate's brother's pizza parlor, Greg's Pizza, and still there by UAD College, UAD University in Detroit. Worked at basketball camps, football camps all through high school and off season. And I played freshman and sophomore year. I ran track, played basketball, and played football plus academics. Senior year, I stuck just to football because I knew that was going to give me my full scholarship to college. Ball State, worked at the library at Ball State University. Eric Lewis, now the defensive coordinator of the Naval Academy, got me the job in the map department at Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. Also moved furniture in the off season at Ball State University. Howard University, I worked at ESPN Zone. What was that? In Washington, D.C. I was serving people meals, you know, bringing it to the tables. Server. I also worked at Regis Auditing in the off season. So I've never been nothing new where I always have to stay busy. But I always find it interesting too, my love for movies and my passion for movies back then, you know, because I always feel like movies are a book, but also reading books, you got to break it down when you watch a movie. If you don't read a book and study the analysis of it, then you won't understand breaking down a movie. And Southfield Library, my mom worked in Southfield at that time period, and I actually got what do you want to call it, membership at Southfield Public Library, where you can rent out 20 movies every 2 weeks. This is before Blockbuster. Well, Blockbuster was around, you had to pay for it. But you can rent out 20 movies every 2 weeks, cassette tapes. And that's why I say the classics, you know, and that's what I did in the off season. So I loved when social media came out when I was in college, because, you know, I'm in class, I'm in the gym, I'm at study hall, I'm working out and busy with everything with academics and football. So I found specifically, you know, the best cream of the crop to date in college through my social media, and that was a blessing. You know, I have 2 official girlfriends, well, 1 official girlfriend at Ball State, 1 female best friend at Ball State, and then 1 official girlfriend at Howard and 2 female close friends at Howard. That's it. And a lot of just other mutual associates, but that was it. Simple simplicity. That's my reflection about my By Any Means article written by Mick McCabe, October 2002, Detroit Free Press. And then, fast forward, Detroit Howard University did an article on me in 2020. Where are they now? Through Howard University Press, as well as the MEAC Conference Press, submitted to. True blessings.